Hello, welcome to the weekly Metatron message for September 15th through the 21st. In my space, I channel angelic messages to compassionately support women over 40 on their journey of healing, wholeness, and personal transformation. If this is something that resonates with you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and sign up for our upcoming newsletter, which we will begin sending out in January of 2025. It'll be linked in the description below. So I have already pulled the cards and connected with the energy of Archangel Metatron and Mother Mary. I've said in previous videos, she's going to be joining us frequently. And so they are here and they are present and accounted for. So we are going to begin. So the first card that came up is Indigo, Mystery and Mastery of Life. So this card has come up in several readings. And so it's been very prominent that Archangel Metatron and Mother Mary have been really encouraging us on this journey to master life and not feel that we're victims of life. And so this card has come up. I think this is the second week or third week in a row that has come up. So I'll link to the previous video and the message from that. So and this card jumped out of the deck. So there we have that. The second card that came up is Fire, Dragon Strength. Dragon Strength. The next card we have is Red, Safety, Strength, and Power. So there's a lot of red energy already. And so there may be a lot of energy in this week for those who are connecting for this message. And so I'll say a little bit more about that later. Next, Kundalini, Untapped Energy. So this came up last week as well. Okay, so I'm already getting the impression that there's going to be a lot of energy in this week. There's going to be possibly a lot of fire in this week. So we shall see how it unfolds. Leadership, answer the call. Okay, answer the call. Green, heart healing. Okay, and the last is priorities, building blocks for life. Again, this came up last week as well. So we're always being encouraged. The overarching theme of this reading was always being encouraged to center ourselves and our healing in our lives so we can have the proper priorities in life. Okay. So, Archangel Metatron, what would you like to say about the mysteries and the mastery of life? What is your message for us there? So, what's coming through is that Archangel Metatron is saying that we are masters of life. We are not victims. And he's saying we're not dullards. If for those who don't know what that word means, it's like we're not like slow people who are incapable of understanding what's happening around us. He's saying that we are the masters of life, and we need to stop dumbing ourselves down and acting like things are out of control for us and that we have no power in our life and our situation. And he's saying that, we are masters of the universe and that we can become masters of our own potential. That when we incarnate, we come down to understand the potential that is in our expression. And he's saying that, some never recognize this meaning, and others are able to recognize this meaning, what this means, and they're able to actualize their potential. And he's showing me an image of a man like sitting on a couch, just kind of zoned out watching TV. And he's saying that that's what he means by becoming dull. He's like, many of us want to medicate ourselves through external things such as television, watching social media, X, Y, and Z. And he's saying those things only make your senses dull and separate you from your true potential and divinity. And he's saying, and this is probably why he brought up the building priorities of the building blocks of life. He's saying we have to separate ourselves from the things that would anchor us in this false reality, the things that take us out of our power and the things that take us away from our true divine purpose and potential. Everyone has divine potential, whether we choose to recognize it or utilize it or not. But if you are interested in connecting with your divine potential and learning who you really are, he is saying, you have to stop being dull. And by dull, he means doing things that are just kind of numbing your brain and taking you out of your present moment experience, because it's in your present moment experience that where spirit will be found. So he's saying, like, if you turn off he's just using TV as an example. So if you turn off the TV, it's like you'll begin to take the blinders off your eyes. Because he's saying that, oftentimes we get caught up in these illusions that we see on television, and then we get even further sucked into the illusion of life. And he's saying, when he says that life is an illusion, he doesn't mean that our experiences don't feel very real for us and aren't very impactful, because they are, but we will never be able to navigate through the impact and connect with our divine potential and power if we're constantly stuck in the place of that we're powerless. We don't have any capabilities to actually actualize what's possible for us. What he's saying is that the illusions that we see through social media and the media and the television and this, that, and the third, it reinforces our own illusion of powerlessness. That's what he's saying. It reinforces our own illusion of powerlessness, and that we are victims of this reality. But he's saying you are not a victim of this reality. You are divine potential, and you came here to exercise that potentiality. To know yourself and experience yourself as you never had before. So he's saying, if you want to begin to take the mask, he's saying, he's saying mask, blindfold, whatever's clouding your vision. He's like, whatever's clouding your vision, if you want to begin to remove it, you have to disengage from different levels that reinforce this illusion. You have to hear yourself. You have to be able to understand what you're thinking. You have to understand what's happening inside you to really access your divine potential and the healing power that comes with that change. He's saying the matter at hand is urgent for many of you. That you feel very lost in your powerlessness. And then the messages you're taking in are only reinforcing this. But in the moment, quiet yourself and listen to your voice. Listen to what's being said inside of yourself, and know that that is your portal and that is your gateway to the truth of who you really are. And it's okay if you need help or support deciphering what you're receiving, because their support is out there through videos like this and other people who do this work. And, maybe if you need the extra support of a mental health professional or an energy healer or things like that, or a shaman, bring up a shaman. He said, anybody who can help you understand what needs to be cleared so that you can access the truth of who you really are. He's saying the memory is there. It just needs to be uncovered. What would you like to say about dragon strength? He wants to tell you that the dragon strength lives within you. The dragon strength lives within you. And so the strength of the dragon doesn't mean that everything has to be burnt to the ground, but call upon the dragon strength to access your true power and your inner fire. Because we have 3 cards in a row that have fire imagery in it, and we have 2 cards two cards out of the 7 cards that talk about fire and the fire that is within us. So the kundalini energy, untapped energy, and the dragon strength, saying the fire is there for us. That the fire is there to be accessed, to burn away that what no longer serves us, and to really, really so to really, really burn away all of the things that no longer serve us. Okay, so he's saying to use the fire, the strength of the dragon, as a metaphor, or dragon energy is real, or actually as a thing that you call into yourself to burn away illusions. He's saying use the dragon strength to burn away the illusions, burn away anything that is false in your reality. Now he's saying, do not burn your life to the ground. That is not what he's saying, but he's saying, use the dragon strength to burn away illusions. This is not about, not paying your bills or abdicating your responsibilities. That's not what he's saying. Okay, so he's saying the dragon strength is very powerful and it will burn away only what is necessary. And so it'll kind of cast a fire, but the things that are actually true will remain unblemished, untouched, and still standing. He's saying, let the power of the dragon empower you to find your own inner strength and the divinity and the truth of who you are. And so the dragons and the unicorns and the elementals all work with the angelic realm. And so it's part of the mystery and mastery of life that we can access to help to strengthen ourselves and enhance our experiences. And if we feel like we need a little bit more emotional support, he's saying call on the strength of the dragons. Call on the strength of the dragons for that emotional support. Okay, so we have 2 cards in a row that have red in it, right? And so this says red, safety, strength, and power. And so this is associated with the root chakra. And so you're being encouraged this week to anchor down into your root chakra. And if you feel like there's any blockages in your root chakra, he's encouraging you to clear them out. So maybe look on YouTube to see if there's any sound healing practices that you can use for cleansing the root chakra. He's giving me a frequency here. I'm not going to say what the frequency is. I'm not sure if my mind is interpreting. He's saying to look for a meditation or a sound healing that is the frequency to cleanse the root chakra. Okay, I'll look this up for you very, very quickly. Because I want to say one something, but that's not, I don't know about the frequency. Frequency for root chakra. Root chakra. Root chakra healing. Chakra. 257. Root chakra grounding frequency sound bath. 257 hertz. So see, yeah, because I was getting 157 in my mind. So if there is a frequency that's 257 or 157, but look for a frequency that can help you with the root chakra. So he's saying there'll be time, because he's saying that we need to connect with our root chakra so that we can connect with our power and our strength and know that we are safe. For many people who have root chakra issues, they have had trauma, they may have had issues with poverty, lack of stability with their housing, food, different things like that, just instability, at their root when they were growing up or things like that. So they may still feel very, very unsettled. And so he's saying that the root chakra needs to be cleansed and go to a frequency. Yeah, he said I'm seeing like between 152 and 157 hertz. So that's what I'm receiving, which if you find something that works for you, but go with that. Okay. Yeah, so he really wants us to work on cleansing our root chakra. And, he's saying also to make sure in your visualizations, envision your root chakra spinning clockwise at a nice rate of speed and fully formed and balanced, because some of us, our root chakras are very out of balance, he's saying. And that's why we feel so ungrounded and so destabilized in the physical world. So he wants us to do that. He's calling that an anchoring practice. So he wants you to do that for this week. Thank you. What would you like to say about the untapped kundalini energy? He said, yeah, so he's saying the untapped kundalini energy can rise up from the root chakra, but it has to rise up as a clear path and channel. He's saying that you can see the kundalini energy not as something that you actually have to activate. It could actually be a metaphor just for activation of your chakras and the cleansing of your chakras. Because, you know, we have a lot of fire here, because this is fire and this is fire. And then this is red and then this is red. So we have a lot of fire energy. So there's going to be an energy of cleansing. Part of the message this week is there's going to be an energy of cleansing out of illusions, cleansing out of what's no longer needed. He's saying debris that may be in the chakra system, but it's and using that fire, and he's saying using that internal fire to burn away and balance the chakra system. And understanding that we all have the untapped kundalini fire in us. We all don't have to jump toward it. That's not everybody's path, but we all have a reservoir of untapped energy inside of us that can be used for our inner healing and personal transformation. Oh, so this is interesting. So the next card is leadership, answer the call. And so it's number 8. So number 8s in the numerology are leaders. A lot 8s are leaders. I have a lot of 8s in my chart. Here, my necklace is 888. And so I have a lot of 8s in my chart. So 8s are leaders. And so there may be some of you who have been afraid to step into your leadership energy. And he's saying because you've had blinders on, again, going back to this people's vision being foggy, because you've had blinders on and you have not been able to step into your true truth and your true capacity. But he's encouraging those who are called to leadership to answer the call. And there's many things that have made us feel like we're imposters. We can't possibly do certain things. But he's saying that's not true. You're an inherently divine being. That doesn't mean you immediately know everything as far as whatever thing you're trying to lead about, but it's okay for you to say that you want to take on more responsibilities in certain areas. You want to educate yourself. You want to resource yourself so you can step in. Don't be afraid to say that you want something and that you want to become better at something so that you can be a leader in that field. He's saying research, study, learn. He's saying become an oracle of that subject, that thing that you want to step into a leadership position on. And don't be afraid of embracing your inner desire for leadership. So some of you may have been dampened down about thinking this is something you can do, whatever that leadership thing is in your life. But the 8s are very powerful numbers. They're leaders, they're excellent administrators, builders, managers, they're tenacious. And so if you have those qualities of the 8, or you're called in that, or if this resonates with you at all, he's encouraging you to become an oracle, step into that information, research, learn, educate yourself, and acknowledge within yourself that you have a desire to be a leader in whatever ways this impacts you. Because others may not be encouraging, don't let that dampen your fire, because there's a lot of fire here. And so there's a lot of fire here, and there's a lot of activation energy here. So some of you will be being activated, or you may feel the stirrings of activation this week. Okay, what would you like to say about heart healing? He's saying at the center of this journey is the healing of the heart. And that when the heart is healed, the mind can experience true healing. I vouch for that as a psychotherapist. It's true. He's saying, call on the energy of the green ray. Call on the energy of the green ray and ask it to surround your heart. Ask for your heart to be healed. If you have any crystals that you want to work with, use these crystals for your heart healing. Rose quartz is an excellent one, but you don't need to have that specific crystal. Just set the intention with any crystal that you have that you want to use it to heal your heart, and that crystal will function in that capacity, because your will and intention is the most powerful thing. So he's saying, focus on heart healing. focus on opening up. Again, what we sing about the chakras, clearing out that debris, clearing out what no longer serves you, and knowing the truth of your being, and that your heart has the highest vibratory rate in your body. It is the center of your being, but it needs to be accessed in a healthy way, and that we all need to lift the vibratory rate of our heart center. We all need to lift the vibratory rate of our heart center. And he's saying true healing can only occur within the heart. Don't disregard the heart. A lot of people think it's mental. No, it's from the heart. That's where true healing occurs. And that's where profound changes and transformation take place, he's saying. And so with everything that's been said today, this is what he's saying. These are how we have the building blocks for your life. These are what the priorities should be. Casting out illusions, using the fire to cleanse, grounding yourself in your root chakra, and clearing out anything that makes you feel stable, clearing out anything that makes you feel unstable, accessing your power and your strength, understanding the reservoir of energy you have within you, becoming an oracle, researching and educating yourself on the things that you want to take a leadership role in, working on your heart, healing your heart, knowing that heart healing is the center of your universe and brings about profound change in your life. And that these need to be the building blocks and the priorities for your week and for your life. Wonderful. And he's saying your number one priority should be healing. Your number one priority should be healing. Okay, thank you, Archangel Metatron. One card for the thing that is missing from our subconscious. One card from the thing that is hidden within our subconscious that we need to see. Okay. So I hope you're enjoying this message. If you are, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and sign up for our upcoming newsletter that will begin being sent out in January 2025. It'll be a monthly channeled message from the angels that will only be available through the newsletter. One card, please. To reinforce the message we've seen today, a blind spot. These are my psychotherapy interactive cards to show us what within us has been hidden and that we need to be seeing or need to be on the lookout for today. So this is a card of like having to feel like we need to be tough, right? We need to be tough. We need to be like menacing. We need to be threatening. These are like our inner defense mechanisms. And so what's being brought forth today is that when we have these inner parts that are defending against something, they were there for a purpose. They served a purpose, but it's now time to heal our heart so that we can step into a new energy and a new frequency. So Archangel Metatron is saying, be on the lookout this week for our ways that we have been defensive, the ways that we've had walls up, and the ways that we've been blocked from accessing the truest parts of ourselves. So that's his message there. Okay, so this has been wonderful. Thank you so, so much. My name is Sonia Ross. I'm a spiritual psychotherapist. I'm an author and an intuitive messenger. If you resonated with this message, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below. I love to know your thoughts. And again, I'm going to be coming out with a monthly channeled message from the angels beginning in January 2025. And the sign up form for that newsletter will be linked in the description box below and in the first pinned comment. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and Archangel Metatron and Mother Mary and all the angels and archangels are sending you a lot of love. Peace.